Joining me now is former Bellator welterweight champion Yaroslav Amosov, who's coming off a big win last weekend. We finally saw him back against Curtis Millender. Got the UFC veteran out of there quickly. Yaroslav, how are you feeling coming out of this fight, man? It was just a few days ago. Did it feel good to get back in there and get another win?
Hello, hello. I'm happy because I'm back and I'm win, and now I have I think I have long road. Now I recovery after fight. My wife come to me and just couple days recovery. But yesterday I start training, not so hard, but just light.
Yeah, you're staying here in the States, right, for a little bit?
Yes, yes, in Florida.
Nice. Yeah. Do you have any plans to go back home, or is it you're just gonna sit around here and wait for maybe a good phone call or something?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
I still here and waiting. I will see what do next.
Yeah, let's talk about your performance. I mean, it was very quick. Got the quick submission over a tough guy in Curtis Millender. I guess was that kind of what you were expecting and hoping to do in that fight?
When I did preparation, I think about if I do take down, I try submission, but if not, I'm ready to 3 rounds, no problem. Uh, but yeah, I wanted this, and when my corner said me, you have 1 minute, less 1 minute first round, I think okay, it's I must try this.
Yeah, and I know when we talked before, you said you really wanted to make sure you go out there and get finishes from here on out. So you did that. Was training camp a little crazy? Like not having competed for a while, but also you were supposed to fight in Chicago, and then it gets moved to Philadelphia. So were you able to handle training camp pretty well, or was it a little bit crazy?
So it's a normal situation, I think. It's changed date, but I have fight, I have opponent, and for me, I have big motivation. That's why it's not big problem for me. Yeah, couple days we rest because hard training, and when change date, it's in 2 weeks. So we couple days light training, maybe 5 days, and start training again hard.
Yeah, and I guess do you feel like in general, like you just mentioned, you have big motivation. You did great things at Bellator. You were the champion. You kind of you hit the highest level for them, right? So to have a new goal to want to go to the UFC, do you feel like it's motivated you even more, kind of lit a fire under you?
Yeah, of course, it's now very big motivation for me because I hope give me contract and I wanna show I can take this belt and big motivation because it's I don't know, it's in Ukraine we talk it's new like new step and new brain and really it's big motivation and I'm ready.
Yeah, I was going to ask you because again, we talked maybe I don't know a couple months before this fight, and you said that your plan was to come back, have one fight, and then hopefully go to the UFC. So is that still your plan? Do you plan that you and hope that your next fight is in the UFC, or do you think are you thinking you'll have to take another one, or are you willing to take another one outside the UFC before that?
I hope next fight it's in UFC. Now my manager talk with Sean Shelby and big respect for this guy. And um, we will see, but I hope about this.
Yeah. Have you guys talked to the UFC at all since your win, or are you still waiting to do that?
One more time.
Yeah, have you talked to the UFC at all since your win last weekend? Has there been any communication between your manager and Sean Shelby?
I don't. I think he talked with Sean Shelby, but I don't know. It's my manager. He communication and he call me every time when he have news. So it's important news. He called me, we talk, and step next. So I think he communication, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Your manager Andre is great. But if Sean Shelby is watching this, what would you like to tell him? If you could talk to him and say, kind of make your pitch for yourself, what would you like him to know?
So I wanna say, mm, uh, I wanna show who I am, and mm, I hope he give chance, and I show this world who I am.
Yeah. Do you feel pretty healthy right now coming out of that fight? I know it was pretty quick. So like, if they called you tomorrow and wanted you to take a fight, would you be able to do it?
Nothing, everything good, everything fine. I told you I training yesterday, I start training, but
Yeah.
light, light training, but I'm ready. And really, I want training, but now my team said me you need a little bit recovery because last my camp very long because we talk about change my date in 2 weeks. That's why long time training. And before start camp, I training hard because I think I must be ready. I must be better. That's why long time hard training. It was
Yeah.
hard.
I thought you might have hurt yourself doing those dance moves too. I saw you on Instagram in the hotel room doing some break dancing. Is
Breakdance.
that
It's
something you
my
like to do, or are you just a good dancer?
so I do breakdance. Not every time, but sometimes after training, I dancing every time when I cut weight because it's easy when you're dancing, you're relaxing, more positive things, and you do something and you cut weight. It's not problem. You sauna suit, little bit dancing, little bit shadow boxing. You happy.
Yeah, I love it. See, Sean Shelby, if you're watching this, you're not just getting a fighter, you're getting a pretty good dancer too. So, do you have any plans to go back home, or are you just kind of living in the States now?
Um, I will see, but I wanna stay in Florida, training in American top team and waiting news.
Yeah, and I guess how are things back home? Like we've covered you as a fighter for so long, but we've also covered your story of what you've done outside the cage as well. So, I guess what's your perspective on kind of how things are going back home, and for people that live here in the States, I guess what don't we see that maybe you do?
One more time, please. Sorry.
Yeah, I was curious how things are going in Ukraine. We talked to you about your fight career, but we know that you fought for your country, you're in the military. So I'm curious, like how things are going there now. That maybe stuff that we don't see going on here, living in the States. Like, what is the status of Ukraine right now in your eyes?
So, war still in Ukraine, and many many people dead, many so military guys every day attack rocket attack in all country, and so hard time for Ukrainian people, uh, and I hope it's stop soon, but I don't know. It's really hard situation, hard time for Ukrainian people, and I don't know what I can say.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess does that we talked about it when you were in Bellator, how proud you were to carry that flag and maybe give people back in Ukraine something to cheer about. Do you feel like that's even more so the case now? Like if you were to go to the UFC and carry that flag, that you would be really making a lot of people back home have some hope and something to root for?
When you live in Ukraine, you think about war every time because you live in war, and sometimes when boxing, maybe Alexander Usyk, many people wanna say want see watch fights, and it's a little bit happy time, and sometimes I think it's good. I want to say thank you who support my country. Thank you, Ukrainian military guys. It's very big respect and be strong.
Just to swing on a little bit more positive of a note, Sean Shelby is looking at you right now, and he wants to sign you. Is there somebody you would like to have your first fight against? Is there anybody in the UFC right now that you would like to debut against?
I think it doesn't matter for me because I go to UFC because I want to show I'm better, and who if UFC give me somebody. For me, of course, better if give somebody who in top, and but I don't have a name. For me, doesn't matter. I'm fighting with anybody.
And are you still pretty confident that you are the best in the world? I know a lot of people probably, if you do sign with the UFC, will say, he had a loss a couple fights ago, but we talked about that, and you said you weren't yourself. So as it stands right now, do you feel like you are, in your mind, no doubt the best welterweight in the world?
Yes, of course. I think all sportsmen think about this because if you don't think this, how you do? Because you need you need think about this every time. And I training with top guys. I training many year, and I know my high level, and I can take this belt 100%.
I love it. Well, Yaroslav, appreciate the time, man. He's back, coming off a big win at CFFC, hoping to get in the UFC. Yaroslav, really appreciate it, man. Good luck with everything, and hopefully we get some good news pretty soon.
Thank you. Thank you.